Hello, everyone. Welcome back to some more Diggus 2. Diggus 2. Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Great Ace Attorney 2. Resolve. DGS 2. Who says that? Not me. Couldn't be me. Hey, May. Welcome. Okay. I'm not tired this time, and I've also been asked to pull back on the Cold Steel references. So, no more Reen. And apparently I can't sit down in my chair. Yeah, no more Reen. That's it. We're done. Okay. We're gonna continue. Alright. Miss Virgil. Immediately, I go to other series. I didn't inspect everything here. I have more patience for it this time because I'm not like balls to the walls tired. I do like the fireplace. It's one of the best things I've seen since we've arrived in the country, in fact. Although I do yearn for a Japanese kotatsu. We've seen this dialogue before. Do be careful, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, this is the same dialogue. That's why I lost motivation to look at it, because it was like most of it's the same. I wish they had like a marker, like, I know it's basically per chapter, but I wish they could kind of like tell us whether it's like the dialogue we've seen in previous chapters or not. Is this the same?
Isn't where Iris keeps her very important papers?
It is. So you think they treat people with a little more care, really? But only the other day, I saw Mr. Sholmes kick it.
Oh no!
I suppose something must have been frustrating him.
What a shame to mistreat the furniture, though. Was it damaged?
The chest was fine, but Mr. Sholmes was doubled up on the floor for almost 10 minutes. I love Sholmes. He's such a funny character. He's a funny guy. Imagine living with Sholmes, right? Am I right? Excuse me. Yes, Mr. Sholmes' curious collections of trinkets from the various mysteries he's sold.
It's one of my favorite parts of this room, full of items with such exciting tales to tell, and I do believe he's added to it since I last looked. Now there's a mysterious pen...
What is that? Pince-nez?
A mysterious little box, a mysterious horseshoe, and a mysterious biscuit.
I think that last one might just be one of Iris's unfinished snacks. If I remember correctly, this large and imposing lump of iron was called a typewriter.
To think that every single one of the adventures of Herlock Sholmes blossomed from this very machine. Ah, it's such a dreamy thought.
I actually had to go on it the other day. The metal bars that move when you hit the keys got all tangled up somehow and made Iris angry. This is the same dialogue.
That's Iris' wonderful collection of medicines, potions, and chemicals. Just look at all the little bottles she squeezed onto the shelves.
Yes, and there are charming little ribbons tied around the bottles too. But the labels aren't quite so charming, are they? This one here reads deadly poison.
Oh, I've been so excited about the idea of helping Iris with her experiments, you know.
Just try to avoid any bottles labeled deadly poison or highly explosive. I love how Naruhodo's giving the advice now, all of a sudden. Iris's pretty little tea set is set out beautifully as ever. Look.
Well, it's only by carefully taking care of a tea set that you can go and make good tea.
Is that a roundabout way of telling me I need to tidy my desk?
Oh, Mr. Naruhodo, you do overthink things at times.
Latest ideas, isn't it? Let's see. Oh, she seems to have drawn a lot of little stick figures all lined up. Look.
Cheap apples at the market is what all of them say.
What? The little figures can speak?
All your questions would be answered if only you would have read this month's Rants magazine.
So I'm the only one who can't make any sense of this. Alright, hello, new person. Here's my armband. Mrs. Virgil, would you mind casting your eyes over this?
Oh my poor Daily, where have you gone? What's become of you? I'm afraid she's too worried about her husband's pay at any chance in Miss Naruhodo.
Either that, or she just doesn't want to be bothered with me. Red-headed league. Okay, same. I'm just gonna keep calling her Virgil. Is that okay? I think I accidentally called her Virgil without thinking a moment ago. Forgive me for asking Mrs. Virgil, but Mrs. Vigil. But have we met somewhere before? Quite recently, perhaps?
Oh my!
Sure. My dear fellow, what is your intention? Clearly you have no ability to differentiate the facial features of the English. If you wish to invite the lady to tea, you must do so in a more gentlemanly fashion.
Is it possible that you're the nice young lawyer from the trial I attended last week?
Ah, I knew I recognized her.
You have a fair man's face in the building problems sometimes. Oh gosh, it sends shivers down my spine.
Yeah. I didn't quite recognize her because she's acting so differently now.
It must be very difficult for you as a lawyer, being hard of hearing, I mean.
Pardon?
Oh dear, I'm so sorry, don't worry if you can't hear. It was frippery, really, nothing more.
Now look at what you've started, Mr. Sholmes. Thank you very much.
I believe it will be prudent for you to sit quietly in the corner.
Yes.
Tell us about your husband, madame.
Mr. Vigil, my daily, is 40 years of age. I have a photograph here.
An entirely unremarkable gentleman, by appearance at least. How long have you been married?
It will be 15 years this year. We have a cordial relationship. My husband's income is more than adequate, so we live comfortably.
As it would appear. I need only look at you to know these things.
Oh gosh.
Your dress is the latest style. Your hat clearly regularly groomed, and your eyes are animated. In short, you have no inkling as to why your husband might have disappeared, correct?
How are those 2 points related?
That's right, he's a kind mind with a strong sense of loyalty, and he rather dotes on me.
Which would point to the possibility that he has become embroiled in some incident or other.
Oh, that is exactly what I fear must have happened, Mr. Sholmes. I'm quite beside myself. My husband's employment is somewhat unusual, you see. What if he's incurred some miscreants ill will?
What exactly is your husband's line of work?
He's a ward at the prison.
Hey, it's me. Welcome. A guard? That is somewhat unusual.
So, your husband is a prison warder.
That's right, yes. Well, in actual fact, he's the chief prison warder.
Indeed, I see. Well, chief prison warder certainly qualified as something of a specialist occupation.
Yes, it does indeed. My poor husband must prepare those dreadful punishments and see that they're carried out.
Dreadful punishments. Does she mean capital punishment?
And at such time, he must occasionally spend a night or two in the prison dormitory, but for that extra responsibility, he is remunerated.
I can't fucking read this word. Remunerated? Remunerated? That's a fucking word? How do am I pronouncing it right? Remunerated? Remuneration. Oh, right. Right. Remunerate. Okay. No wonder I was having trouble pronouncing it. I was saying remunerate. Actually, that's kind of more natural for me. Remunerate. Wait, no. I was putting the N before the M. I can't fucking read. Holy shit. Remunerate.
He's remunerated more handsomely than the other wardens. Of course, we made no mention of my husband's work to the neighbors.
Yes, I believe your prudence is justified. Tell me, at what prison is your husband engaged?
It's gonna be fucking Bartholomew. No, it's not. Okay.
Barclay Prison, Mr. Sholmes.
Really, Barclay? Or a fine establishment? If I'm not mistaken, there's a large cemetery just behind it.
Yes, that's correct. Lowgate Cemetery.
Wait, wasn't Bartholomew the hospital? Oh, my mistake. Oh no! Lowgate Cemetery, the very place we were discussing in court. That's unbelievable. What a coincidence. It's almost as if these jurors weren't picked at random at all.
Unbelievable, my dear fellow, and yet undeniable.
Sorry, Mr. Sholmes, I'm afraid you've lost me.
Ah, pay no heed, madame, pay no heed. A private matter.
This can't really be a coincidence, can it? It's absolutely a coincidence, everyone.
So, to the matter of your husband's disappearance. When did you realize he was missing?
Please try not to laugh. It was yesterday.
I'm sorry, yesterday?
That really is recent, laughably so.
The truth is, my husband does at times have occasion to spend the night away from his work. It's not at all out of the ordinary for him to not return home at night. But this is different, for him not to make any contact for a whole day. That has certainly never happened before. Oh dear Adele, whatever could have happened?
My dear Mrs. Vigil, please calm yourself. Now then, have you contacted the police?
Why, naturally, but sadly, they refuse to listen to my pleas as my husband has only been missing for one day. I was asked to wait patiently at home.
In truth, Mrs. Vigil, I concur with the police. However, let us not be hasty. I see no reason why we should not engage my deductive powers to track your husband down anyway.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Sholmes.
And furthermore, let me assure you, a chance to solve the greatest problem known to man for another month has no bearing on my situation. I seek only to put a sweet smile on another Londoner's face. That's really all there is to it.
You have my eternal gratitude. I shall pay any sum you care to mention.
You seek only to put the sweet rent in your landlady's purse. That's all there is to it.
Thank you for everything you have shared with us, Mrs. Vigil. I believe I have all the information I need to begin my investigation.
That rhymed.
Oh, please, report to me soon with the good news, sir.
Fear not, madame. In a day or two.
A day or two?
I shall be contacting you with a heartening report, I'm quite sure.
So soon? Oh, how splendid, Mr. Sholmes.
Good news should be delivered early, I always say. If you'd be so kind to leave the photograph of your husband in my possession. Thank you. Now, allow me to show you the door.
Oh my god. What is with Sholmes suddenly being like the biggest, like, broke man that we know?
I can't thank you enough, Mr. Sholmes. You've simply been marvelous. Just like the publishers of Dynamic Magna for the Nintendo Switch, later ported to PC via the Epic Games Store. You know, I think it every time early. But how'd you come out with such nonsense? Good news in a day or two, are you sure?
I can't be sure, of course, but then I didn't swear on it. I merely gave the good woman some hope. I hope to be able to give her good news, one might say. After all, the rent must be paid by the end of day tomorrow. If by that time I've successfully located Mr. Vigil, we shall be mutually relieved. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo?
Don't look at me with those bleeding eyes.
Well, my dear fellow, did you hear the details of the case?
Yes, my hearing is surprisingly good, actually.
Excellent. And what did you make of it?
Well, I was surprised to learn where her husband worked. At Barclay Prison, I mean.
Ah, so you noticed that.
Of course, especially with the mention of Lowgate Cemetery.
Lowgate Cemetery is at the rear of Barclay Prison. So it was renowned among us. Oh my god, they fucking flashbacks to the Among Us. The Among Us scene? Oh my god, a second. What a fucking funny game. What a fucking funny game.
Barclay Prison is where the notorious man was incarcerated. Incarcerated. I don't know why he said incarcerated.
He was turned into a car. The professor.
And now a warder from the prison has mysteriously disappeared, it would seem.
It's all very peculiar.
Indeed, but nothing you can't handle. I'm quite certain, Mr. Naruhodo.
Sorry. God damn it.
Run along to the prison and see what you can glean, would you? It's the prison governor you want. No doubt the man is equally worried.
But aren't you going to go yourself?
Surely you needn't ask. I can't possibly be seen with this hair.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But didn't you go to Lime Street with that hair?
That was quite a different matter. So I leave it in your capable hands. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm rather busy.
Of course you are. Alright. That fucking Shom Sweet song has been stuck in. After I finished stream last night before I went to bed, it just got stuck in my head and I just kept singing. Or whatever. And it just kept repeating. I couldn't fucking remember the rest of the song. And it's so fucking annoying. Holy shit. I like the song, but like, you get that little earworm stuck in your head and it just will not fucking ever leave. Holy shit. Anyway, Barclay Prison is on the outskirts of London, backing onto a lonely burial ground. Its four high outer walls loomed quietly before us in the fog. Having requested a meeting, we were shown to the governor's office in the watchtower. I thought I was suddenly in the, forensic office again. This looks so similar. I bring fish and chips. Oh, fuck yeah. I should get fish and chips at some point. That's a good point. Welcome. Good. Sorry. This place is full of ardent. Hang on. What? How do I do, like, a cowboy voice? That's what I was thinking. This here place is full of hardened criminals. Again, hey! Oh, wait, no. He's got the fucking... he's got the fucking Becky voice. Like, okay, could I... Oh my god, what the... Oh, hang on. What did I do for... What was his name?
Okay, remember the last time a civilian was doing here?
Here we go. Yes, Scottish.
And you didn't want to talk to an inmate, but to me.
I fucking forgot. What was his name from Cold Steel 3? What was the voice I gave him. The student with this type of what's his name? Itsume, please remind me. I'm blanking on it. This type of speech pattern. Red hair. Cause I want to give him the voice I gave him. You think he was a cowboy? That's hilarious. Trust. What's his name? I'm trying to fucking remember. Oh my god. Character notes, yeah. This is gonna bug me because I want to if I remember the name, I'm gonna be able to get the voice right. Pablo, that's right.
Pablo, do you ken who I am? I'm the governor, Barry Kaiden.
Hang on.
How about it?
Oh fuck! What was the? I'm trying to get back that voice that I had. Oh yes, it's a pleasure. I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo, defense lawyer.
And an Easterner, I see. Does that mean?
Yes, I'm a visiting student of law from the Empire of Japan.
Japan? Did you say Japan?
He's the MB Gov. He's the MB Governor. Governor.
Well, there's no any of your kind in here, laddie. Maybe you should try the prison next door, eh? Oh, yeah.
Oh my god. What was the voice? I'm trying to remember, yeah. I didn't notice another prison next door, sir. Anyway, we came to ask you.
I don't like to be so direct, but I've no intention of speaking with the likes of you suspicious-looking Easterners. Now get out of my hair.
So soon you find out that we're from Japan, he reacts like this. That surely means... I think it's because of the professor case. You think so too? 10 years ago, Genji Nasogi, also known as the Professor, was incarcerated in this prison. And then after his execution, he apparently re-emerged from his grave in the cemetery behind the prison.
I might have known. You're sniffing around about the case, aren't you?
What? Are those handcuffs? Anyway.
Your agent, eh? Part of the Professor's great web, no doubt. No doubt.
No, not at all.
Get on with ya, before I punch your lights out.
We're going. Clearly the ghost of that killer still haunts this place. I'm not going to get anywhere here. Unless we can somehow prove to this man there's nothing suspicious about us. Governor Cowden. What are you thinking, Mr. Sato? I feel sure that name came up in conversation recently somewhere. I was wondering if whoever mentioned him might have some ideas to help us. Come to think of it, I have the same feeling. God, I don't fucking remember. Governor Kaiden! Could I at least show you this? How many times can one man turn his back on you in a single conversation? Love who's actually just like turning around.
Said get out!
Okay, he's just not letting me do fucking anything. That's interesting. Was it the Great Waterloo Hotel, I think. Hello, sir. That's Professor Nico Torba over there! That's Dunban over there!
Hello, you two. I was just taking a moment to catch up on the world now that I'm unpacked.
But where's Judge Jigoku?
Yes, he's not the relaxing sort. He's taken himself off to pay his respects to all the legal bigwigs.
Having only just arrived in the country today, goodness, he is full of energy.
Professor, you mentioned something before about how you know the prisoner governor of Barclay Prison.
Oh, Governor Kaiden, you mean?
So it is the same man.
Father, we must speak with the governor. But he refused to talk to us. He said we were suspicious Easterners.
Well, I'm sure if I accompanied you, it would be a very different story.
Oh, would you? That'd be wonderful if you have time now.
Sadly, as you can see, I'm very busy at the moment.
Busy drinking coffee on a comfortable settee.
Now, I have a rather lot to prepare for tomorrow, you know.
Oh, sorry. I didn't say that out loud, did I? Yumiko Toba's alarmingly good at reading people's thoughts.
Or could it be that you, Naruhodo, was alarmingly bad at hiding your thoughts?
Let's not fall out now. I have an idea.
What's he writing on that piece of paper?
Here's a lot of introduction for you. Hopefully when he sees my name, he'll change his tune.
Ah, thank you. Alright.
Good luck then.
Professor Mikotoba is obviously trying to relax on that tea there.
Father Summer just arrived after a very long voyage from home. And tomorrow he'll speak at an important symposium that will garner the attention of the whole world. He needs a little peace and quiet now.
I was just about to think that.
Pardon?
It's one thing reading my thoughts, but at least let me have them first.
Oh dear. Perhaps my brain works too quickly.
Oh god. Alright. Hey sir! If you just cast your eyes over this, Governor Kaiden. No way, this is gonna turn into evidence. Professor Mikotoba has wonderful handwriting, doesn't he? This dark-suited young man is not in the least bit untrustworthy. Is it just me, or does that make me sound like extremely untrustworthy?
I do wish you'd at least go to a nice young man.
I'm really not sure that would help. There's gonna be evidence later on.
Oh, it looks like there's some sort of steamship ticket. Yes, it's Groose.
Groose? Skyward Sword?
First class cabin 001. Yokohama departure 11th September. London arrival 1st of November.
Ah, that's the boat that Professor Mikotoba and Judge Jigoko came on, isn't it? The Groose is loose!
Yes, I think I called it at Dunkirk, on the north coast of France. I think I called it Dunkirk, in the north coast of France, for a night before finally arriving in Dover.
To think it's been almost a year since we arrived in Dover on the SS Berger. It's a shame not to keep your ticket as a memento of your trip, don't you think?
Yes, I agree. I have mine safely in my diary.
And I keep mine in my wallet, so I have it with me at all times. Oh, well, how strange. Where could it have gone?
Are you like this on purpose, Mr. Naruhodo?
Did I imagine it? Was that comment accompanied by a little sigh? This is gonna be fucking evidence later. Fucking hell. Oh no. I feel like the death flags for Susato's father are just piling up. Oh no. Oh no. Please don't. Because I feel like those dates are going to be very fucking important. Oh no! I can already see where this is going. It's like, surely that's not a coincidence, right? Smile emoji. Hey, bang. If you just cast your eyes over this, Governor Kaiden.
What's this then? You could apple the wool of my eyes, you good for nothing Japanese student. Mikotoba. That young joke from the forensics laboratory. That Mikotoba.
Yes, exactly. Him. What did my friends dragged me away from birthday Gatric phone? What does that mean? You missed me investigating this letter introduction, noticing that it's about Mikotoba, Dr. Mikotoba's trip to England and having dates on it, and realizing, oh shit, that's a 4th death flag for Susato's father.
I'm Eugene Mikotoba's daughter, Susato.
Jings, you're the young man's daughter. And you didn't think to mention that before.
I apologize.
Aye, well, you'd best take a seat then. Can I offer you a cup of tea? A cup of tea, perhaps? And then never forget to try one of these wee handcuff biscuits.
Handcuff biscuits. Gartic Phone is an online game where you each give each other prompts and draw from the prompts. Oh, okay. That sounds fun. Wait, isn't that just the same as, I forget what it's called. I used to play like a drawing game with some friends online. Like, almost Pictionary in a way, but it was like timed. I forgot what it was called, the website, but anyway. Your father's influence is nothing short of amazing.
I'm bitterly regretting not announcing who I was from the outset now.
So then, what can I do for you, En?
Well, we're currently investigating a case.
It's one of your wardens, you see. He's gone missing.
Missing?
That's right. It's surely been reported to you as well, being the prison governor.
I've never heard of nothing of the sort. There's no missing persons in my prison.
Oh,
But how can that be? I mean, it's only been a day. Sasato's father might be as well wearing a bullseye for a t-shirt. What is this, Fire Emblem?
it's Mr. Daily Vigil, your chief warder.
Eh? Vigil?
That's right. His wife came to us and asked us to investigate his disappearance. Let's skip the part about him only going missing for yesterday for now. Clearly that means something to him.
Would you be so kind as to tell us what you know, sir?
Well, I suppose Mikotoba doesn't necessarily have to be the victim. Could also be the suspect. Okay.
Aye, of course.
Anyway, here's my armband.
What's that then?
It's actually the sign of a Japanese defense lawyer.
Well, if you have to wear something like that to prove who you are, perhaps I should wear these handcuffs then, eh?
I think maybe they're more of a sign of the people you catch than you yourself.
Aye, that's true. You've got me there, Hen.
Not actually a sign of anything, are they? Governor Kaiden, would you ever look at this?
Oh, wouldn't you rather have a wee handcuff biscuit?
I love that they're handcuffed biscuits. Oh, no thanks. I'd rather you cast your eyes over this.
Or maybe you prefer real handcuffs, eh? Handcuffs.
Handcuff, I think, is how I should be pronouncing it. I know. No, neither for me, planks. Goodbye.
Well, how about that? A friend of Mikotoba turning up after all of these years. And he's way bad even.
My father speaks highly of you, sir.
You can. I can see the resemblance now.
Oh,
Aye, especially around your eyes. You look dead like him.
what an interesting observation.
You ever have this reaction? Not the delighted reaction from Sasato-san he might have been expecting. Oh my god. Did I present this? Oh, no, yeah I did, and he had fucking shit to say about it. Alright, I presented everything, just to be safe. Converse. Wait, before we converse, what the fuck is this burb? Burb. I just noticed burb. Never had expected to find a parrot in prison. It must be the governor's pet.
Given where we are, it's hard not to see the poor creature's a prisoner.
Let me out! Did I kill me?
Ah!
Has the bird learned to mimic the plaintive cries of the inmates in the cells?
Oh, no. He was one of 3 siblings, you see. He still calls out the name of his 2 brothers like that all the time.
Right.
Let me out! Did I kill me? Aye, yeah, laddie. You want your dinner, eh? Didn't they do it?
What? Why would you name your birds that? That has to be animal cruelty. What the fuck? That deer's been staring at me for a while now.
It has.
The poor thing can't fit through the small hole in the wall, but it can't get its head back out again now either. It's giving me a woefully imploring look.
It's not real, Mr. Naruhodo. It's stuffed.
What? I mean, yes, of course it is. For a moment, I thought it was another assassin sneaking in via the ventilator.
I don't like to say, but I think perhaps you need to reread The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes.
It's a very large cabinet full of papers, isn't it? It's labeled inmate register. Look. And all the files are in alphabetical order.
That's 50 years worth of records of Barclays inmates. Whether or not they left alive after serving their term. All the details about the crimes they've committed are recorded in there, like an epitaph. An epitaph, you might say.
A record of crimes and punishments. How dispiriting.
And yet, this man seems to be enjoying tea and biscuits as he talks about it. Apparently he is. An axe, a hunting rifle, and 4 pairs of handcuffs. That's a daunting collection. I thought he was going to say golden axe for some reason. I saw someone wearing a golden axe t-shirt the other day.
Ah, there's a story behind every one of those.
You mean the rifle was a famous killer's murder weapon, and the axe was wielded by an infamous executioner, and the handcuffs were once used to immobilize a fierce 4-legged beast when it was arrested?
I think you're in the realms of fantasy now, Mr. Naruhodo.
Not those kinds of stories, Jimmy. That axe was the one I used to chop down the cherry tree at my house. Mrs. Kyden was in the best place. And the cuffs on the left are the ones I caught my first burglar back when I was a bubby.
The stories were a little different to those you imagined, I think, weren't they?
Yes, to my relief, and in some small way, my disappointment. That's a fucking ominous clock. What the fuck? This grandfather clock is...
It's fitted with a terrifying blade. It keeps dropping down.
It's modeled on the guillotine, a French execution device. You might have heard of it. And yes, for all you ask, it can chop.
Heads off, you mean?
Heavens, no! Carrots and parsnips and so forth.
Oh,
If you place a large carrot at the bottom in the moon, by evening it'll have been cut clean in two.
well, the blade must have an almost indescribable age on it then.
Oh, it takes all day to cut? Oh, that's funny. Wait, nothing particularly of note. I thought we were gonna investigate every nook and cranny.
I suppose these are all former governors of Barclay prison, are they?
Either that, or former inmates who the governor has sent to the gallows.
Oh dear. They are such severe expressions. I really couldn't deny either possibility.
Especially the one on the extreme right. The expression goes beyond Sophia into a whole new territory.
That one's me.
I'm terribly sorry, sir.
Is it a prerequisite of the job, perhaps? Having a severe expression, I mean.
Of course it's not, although it is taken into consideration.
A lot. No way, that's a... I think I've investigated everything. Yeah, cool. I don't think there's anything else to look at. Alright, converse. Chief Water Virgin. Oh shit, I had auto one. Wait, I didn't mean to. We understand that Mr. Vigil is the chief warder here at the prison. I'm just gonna keep saying Virgil on accident. I hope that's okay.
Aye, that he was. Strong sense of responsibility and dedicated to the job. No doubt about it. He was a fine warder.
Sorry, did you just say was?
Aye, he doesn't work here no more. He left the job.
Oh my.
When was this exactly?
There's a question. When was it about? I can have it much less than 10 years ago now.
What?
10 years ago? You stopped working here 10 years ago?
Aye, as I minded, you can. I only heard the fella's name in all that time. That's alright if he's gone missing though.
Oh, interesting. But Miss Vigil but Mrs. Vigil made no mention of it.
I think perhaps, Mr. Naruhodo, that his wife simply doesn't know. I think she's unaware that he no longer works here.
Oh. Governor Kaiden, can you tell us what happened? Why did Mr. Vigil give up his job here? 10 years ago was the professor case, right?
That's important, is it?
Yes, I believe it may be.
What are you thinking, Mr. Naruhodo?
I can't help wondering, given that it was 10 years ago. Which was exactly when the professor was being held at this prison. God, this music's so good.
So Mr. Vigil actually resigned from the position of chief warder 10 years ago, you're telling us? What happened to make him leave the job?
In actual fact, he didn't leave the job willingly. He had no choice in the matter.
You mean, he was dismissed?
It was after a particular war.
Sorry, a war?
Aye, that's our word for it here. A work to the gallows.
An execution.
It's the job of the chief warder to prepare the gallows and oversee the executions, you see. Only, Vigil did something unthinkable on that last walk he was a manning.
What did he do?
I see.
I'm sorry, but I cannot reveal that information. But I can tell you that it's very, very rare for a chief warder to be relieved of his post.
But why wouldn't Mrs. Vigil know about it? She appears to be under the impression that her husband still works here.
I wouldn't make any evidence about that, I'm afraid.
Can you perhaps answer one more question about the circumstances of his dismissal?
And what would that be, man?
Hen, I'm guessing, like...
What would that be, hen?
That last execution that Mr. Vigil was responsible for overseeing. Was it by any chance the professor's?
My thoughts exactly.
I'm sorry, I really am. But I'm at no liberty to answer that.
I see.
Right.
My father came to Britain all those years ago in order to study forensic medicine. But you seem to have been well acquainted.
The dead room, the prison, and the cemetery have a lot to do with each other. After all, they need fresh corpses for forensic research, do you ken?
Yes, I can imagine.
The advancement of medical science isn't always particularly palatable.
Your father worked in the laboratory, just on the far east side of just on the far side of the graveyard, in the basement of St. Sinners. It's still in use today.
St. Simon's. That's come up before, I'm sure.
Yes, that's right. We've been there.
Mikatoba and I often used to ride in a carriage together and negotiate terms.
For more fresh material, I suppose.
Aye. And we used to sit here for hours and gab on about the section and all sorts. Oh, takes me back.
Also, did he just read our thoughts?
Over a pot of tea and a plate of cuff biscuits, of course.
How charming.
He was a good fella, your father, reliable and dead set on his work. But I'm afraid I'll never understand you Japanese.
Because of Genshin Asogi, I suppose.
Well,
Excuse me.
can I tell you anything more than anything else?
Thank you so much for your time, Governor.
Oh, one more moment before you're away then. I'm sure I have it here somewhere.
Okay.
Ah, found it. Here, take this as a wee souvenir to your visit to the prison.
What is it?
That vigil's dismissal notice. It's 10 years old now, of course.
Oh my, are you sure?
Aye, it's no trouble at all. It's not the original, mind.
Oh god, is Vigil gonna be murdered? And then Mikotoba suspected? Chief Warder Daily Vigil is a reliever's post with immediate effect, having violated clause 132 of Her Majesty's Code of Conduct of Prisons. All rights to redundancy pay and other financial benefits are fully revoked. P-R-I-S... Wait, hang on. P-R-O-F-E-S-S-O-R... Wait, hang on. How many... Okay. Reason of dismissal. Aiding and abetting the escape from this prison of convict just prior to his execution. Details of this escape are still being investigated. Full cooperation with inquiries will be expected. Prison Governor Barry Kaiden. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. P-R-O-F-E-S. Wait, is it double R? Does it... Hang on, how do I spell professor? It's just one F, isn't it? Yeah. So that's, how many letters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have one more here. I think there's 10. Yeah, there's 10 asterisks here. But that's fine. Well, it's still probably the professor. There was a third page. Additional notes. Indications are that the jailbreak plot was conceived prior to the convict's incarceration. It's believed that the convict engaged in some form of negotiation with prison staff in order to secure assistance. Full disclosure of information regarding these negotiations will be demanded. Okay. Thank you very much, Governor Kaiden.
Well, in return, do me a favor, never come back here. That case is closed.
Detective Conan?
Well, I think we ought to return to Baker Street, for the time being.
Yes, I agree. We need to report back to Mr. Sholmes what we found about Mr. Vigil. What will we tell Mrs. Vigil, I wonder? We're back!
Hello, you two.
Oh wait,
Hello, you two.
wrong voice.
I thought you'd be back before long, so I baked some scones for us all.
Ah, so that's what the delicious smells. And suddenly he's a Fire Emblem Lord.
Greetings, my dear fellows. You've returned a good deal sooner than I was anticipating.
Hello, Mr. Sholmes. Oh my god, he's it's Sigurd! Oh my god, it actually is fucking Sigurd. Same hairstyle. What the fuck?
Hello, Mr. Jones.
Say nothing, your thoughts are written all over your faces in any case. It turns out that it may have been advisable to test my hair color restoration tonic before application.
Oh my.
Pray, tell me, what of our ward of friend? Have you garnered some new information?
Oh, yeah, something very surprising. That's not a patch on your hair, to be honest. You know, it's not quite as dark as Sigurd's hair, but it like, I could write it off as maybe, like, I think it's Eraphim or is it Ephraim? I forget what his name is, but, Fire Emblem 8 Lord Hair. I guess Erika's, that's her name, right? 2. They're siblings, aren't they? Ephraim, yeah. That one girl from Fates, that could be fucking anyone. What the fuck? Anyway, he is a Fire Emblem character now.
It most certainly isn't. And we saw discovered that.
Sholmes! Drop everything, Sholmes! This is more important!
Gina?
Oh, I can't believe it!
What the fuck?
What's happened?
Clearly a very grave matter indeed. For Miss Lestrade made no mention of my hair whatsoever. Wait, it's the boss!
What do you mean? Inspector Gregson?
The boss is... He's dead.
What?
They just found his body! Shot with a pistol!
What?
But... Inspector Gregson?
He was murdered? What? They're not joking. What the fuck? What the fuck? What? Oh, wait, shit, really? Wait, okay. One moment. One moment. I don't know if I can show this. I'm just gonna be careful, but one moment. Good timing, I guess. They dropped Micaiah as well. Okay. Some slowdown maybe occurring. That's fine. Alright, I think I can show this. I don't think there's anything. I don't know any of these characters. I know some of them, but we are getting this. I'm just gonna grab them all. I mean, we quite literally have Sigurd. Let's get him in honor of in honor of Sholmes's blue hair. For the record, this is who we're talking about. God, the fucking timing on this. I'm gonna grab all of these. Is that all right? Love grabbing fucking icons for a... CM is going to be so fucking pissed. Holy shit. No. You shouldn't have told me. I'm still kind of... this is... as much as I'm laughing, this is my way of coping. This is my way of coping. I need to like... process what just happened. Is it gonna be another one of those he's shot and he's not actually dead, he's just kind of in hospital for like the whole case? What's gonna happen to my Gregson voice? No! I can't... Will I not be able to use my Gregson voice anymore? Oh god, this is not gonna age well. I just realized, like, every time I look back on this, I'm gonna go, man, I really shouldn't have fucking stopped mid-scene right now just to get these. I thought the victim was gonna be Satato's father. I mean, it probably wouldn't have made that much sense to be Satato's father. Okay. One moment. I don't know what fits Sigurd, but we're gonna put him on real quick. Where is he? Here he is. That's okay. I'll just use the same one, that's fine. The social is gonna be him. Yeah, that looks right. Actually, no, castle in the background's probably better because of how many castles. Nah, I don't like the yeah, anyway. Nice. Alright, yeah, I'm not showing this one, but our icon is now Sigurd. Alright, back.
No, not Grexy. Come on, come in, my dear girl. Tell us the whole story.
Fuck. I don't want to... I don't feel like this. I don't want to play this game anymore. I really don't. I didn't... No. 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 Are you serious, Gina? Inspector Gregson was... He was really short?
I don't know about what happened myself yet. They're still there, investigating the scene.
Where did this take place?
A little rented room in the building full of flats on Fresno Street.
The outskirts of town, nowhere near his home. He was perhaps investigating a case then.
The thing is, no one out of the yard knows nothing about no case around here.
Oh, how strange.
The book was. It was so good to me. I know I am up to much yet, but one day I was gonna show him. It's gonna show him I did become a proper detective.
Oh, Ginny.
The culprit. So, who did this? Do you have an idea who the culprit is?
They got him already.
Already?
They've caught the shooter so soon.
A witness reported something was going on, and the boys got quick out there to get rid of him.
Who?
Well, what awful person did this?
I still can't believe it myself.
Gina?
It was the Reaper.
What? Are we defending Von Zieks? Wait a minute. You don't... Wait. Are we defending Von Zieks? And is the prosecution going to be fucking Kazuma? That's the only way I see it. That's the only way I see it going. But wait a minute, then you know what I mean? They've arrested Lord Von Zieks for it.
That's right. The Reaper bloke's go and shot my boss.
No, Lord Von Zieks? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Are you quite sure, Miss Lestrade? It's Baroque Von Zieks the police have arrested.
It's on with me eyes. In the interview room at the
I don't believe it.
But there weren't witnesses, and they all have said it was him.
So you mean there are actually multiple witnesses?
Kind of glad. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not super tired. Yeah.
Yeah, you're going shit apparently. And we all got to the scene.
This is case 4? Wait, this is case 4? What the fuck? This feels like final case material. What the fuck is going to happen in the last case of this game? Oh my god.
There was the boss and that Reaper bloke in the room.
I'm fucking losing my Gina voice because of how fucking... What the fuck? But there's no way Lord Von Zieks would have taken Gregson's life. I just don't believe it.
I don't believe it either.
Oh no, she looks so sad. She doesn't deserve this.
Thank you for informing us, Miss Lestrade. This really is the most terrible news. I'm dreadfully sorry.
What are you saying sorry for? You didn't know nothing. Well, anyway, I'm taking a cab over to the scene right now. Please come in all. As soon as you can, you gotta help.
Oh no. Poor girl lost her father figure. Well, I guess you could say... This sure is a Fire Emblem game.
It's a detective's lot to appear wherever some sinister plot has unfolded. Little wonder we all look haggard. Sometimes these things are almost too much for the nerves.
Well, I mean, we do have a Fire Emblem character right in front of us, but, you know. Mr. Sholmes!
What use is there in being a great detective if I fail to see something like this coming? How could I let this happen to Gregson? To Gregson! Mr. Naruhodo, I shall leave at once to begin my investigation.
Of course, yes, we will too. Oh god, I'm getting hyped up for it as well. If Sholmes is actually genuinely frustrated, holy shit.
It would be helpful if you could talk to Mr. Reaper and see what you can glean. I'm sure you were intending to do so anyway. Until then, later. Until later then.
Inspector Gregson, dead, and Lord Von Zieks arrested.
Bruno, Susie! I called you a handsome. It's waiting outside.
Thanks, Iris. Shall we, Mr. Sato?
Yes.
What the fuck is going on? This really is an out-of-the-way part of London. I doubt many people find their way down this back street. So this dust-ridden rented old room is where it happened then.
So this is where the poor Inspector Gregson lost his life.
Yes, and the police are already hard at work investigating, it seems. That's a red wig on the floor there. Check Discord. Ah, your fish and chips. In memory of Mr. Fish and Chips. Oh my god. I want fish and chips now. I've had dinner already though, so fuck. I don't see Mr. Sholmes anywhere though. Perhaps investigations are taking him elsewhere.
Wait, what do you think you're doing here? Every one of them drawers gotta be taken right out so you can look underneath and all. I want the space above the ceiling checked. And don't forget to look inside the chimney sack too. Blimey, ain't you never gone over house looking for dough when the oldest out of town?
Gina's obviously got some unique investigative techniques she wants everyone to adopt. I got fish and chips on purpose to see you get to this bus. No way.
Oh, so you turned up at last. Mind you, I'd be here long and late myself.
Hello again, Gina.
Sholmes is only just left. You're lucky you missed that. He went prancing about here, pointing and stuff and flicking that out of his.
Out of his? Oh my god. I had to think of what the fuck is out of his?
Out of his? And then he just scarpered.
Oh, he's finished investigating already, you mean?
Yeah, he hadn't stopped to say nothing to no one, not even me.
Gina, would you mind if we investigated too?
Listen, you're a lawyer, alright?
Yes, why?
Well, you're not thinking of trying to help that Reaper bloke, are ya?
That's a what is this expression? Why do her eyes look like that? Why does she look like a gremlin? She's never going to forget, is she? That trial will haunt her forever.
Gina, if you don't mind me saying, if Lord Van Six really is responsible for this crime, he will be duly and fairly judged in court.
Suppose you're right, yeah. Go on, Anne. Get investigating. I want to know the truth about what really happened here.
Thank you, Gina. I guess Gregson's name did appear at the end of the first game. Fish and chips for lunch day, coincidentally. An empty fireplace makes the room feel even colder than it would be otherwise, doesn't it?
It's thick with dust, look. I think it would be fair to say it hasn't been used in a very long time.
In other words, whoever lived in this room must have been extremely hardy in cold weather.
But nobody lived here at all, merely visited when the occasion arose. I wouldn't like to say which is more likely.
No, that's right. It's one or the other.
This looks like some sort of notice board or something.
It's absolutely covered in scraps of paper.
Ah, Mr. Naruhodo, look!
This, you mean, is an autopsy report, isn't it?
And these are case notes here. And details of prison inmates.
Yes, in fact, they're all the sort of documents that only a detective could normally acquire. What on earth went on in this room?
Some old newspaper cuttings. Ah, and this one here.
Oh yes, the advertisement, you mean? To the Red-Headed League.
But why?
But why? What's that doing here?
Whoever occupied this room was clearly interested in it for some reason.
Excuse me.
Oh, Inspector! Oh, sir!
Poor man. He can't possibly be able to focus on investigating when he's so upset.
Man, really?
Oh, it's a photograph stand. I suppose it must be a picture of one of Inspector Gregson's family members. Ah,
What's the matter? Your eyes look like they're about to pop out of your head.
they are! Look! Mr. Naruhodo, quickly!
Why do I feel like this woman is familiar somehow?
Of course she's familiar. We met her only this morning.
It's Mrs. Virgil.
This makes no sense. Why would there be a picture of Mrs. Vigil in here?
To be frank, I don't think I've ever been more stumped.
I'm sorry to say, I have no idea either.
Well, that's interesting. Can I investigate it? No, it's just a magnifying glass, gotcha. Okay. Excuse me.
Sorry, sir. Can't see a thing, sir. Too many tears, sir.
Right. Perhaps I better leave you to your work then. Man, really? This is presumably the murder weapon then.
Oh my, it's real. It is real, I suppose.
I think so. Guns are so rare in Japan, I really know very little about them.
There's no one way to know for sure, Mr. Naruhodo. For a shot.
No. If I did that, I'd be looking for a skilled lawyer to represent me in court. Slightly safer just to ask someone who might know, I think. Let's take a look at it then. What is this? I suppose this must have been the murder weapon.
Oh my. It is real, I suppose.
I think so. That's so rare in Japan. This is the same dialogue. Why is it the same dialogue? Gregson made me realize how truly great fish and chips are. You know, I looked up Gregson fish and chips gif a few days ago. I'm glad I didn't encounter any spoilers when I was doing that. I didn't think it would, like, I mean, to be fair, that's pretty specific. I doubt it was going to show up spoilers, like, front and center. But, yeah, no. Maybe I should have thought twice before doing that. Holy shit, what the fuck? Alright, I don't think there's anything I can investigate here. Bobby? Oh, what's this?
It would appear to be a little model policeman. It's rather charming, isn't it, in a way?
Seeing as it's on the floor here, do you think it belonged to Inspector Gregson? I haven't been spoiled for this game at all. Honestly, it's weird. I guess it's because it's been a year since it released, right? I didn't see much about it when it released. I was kind of hiding. I muted most things. I really haven't been spoiled for this game at all, you know? Unlike Fire Emblem Engage, but...
It's a little hard to imagine what Lord Van Six is playing with at something like this.
It's only about 8 centimeters tall. It could have fallen out of someone's pocket, I suppose. I think we should record it as evidence, just in case.
Yes, I agree. It is rather delightful after all, in a way.
Excuse me.
If you're looking down on us from the great beyond, Inspector, don't worry. We'll look after things at the yard.
I've interrupted some deep thoughts there. God. I feel so bad. God, that fucking sucks! Someone's very haphazardly nailed those boards over the broken glass, haven't they? Couldn't even really call it a window anymore.
Well, if you remember the window in Mr. Natsume's room, that was totally blocked up with bricks. This room does at least 3 stolen left in a little while.
You could say nothing more about it.
So you could say...
I'm starting to feel even more sorry for Mr. Natsume now. That's a heater. Can I inspect the heater? No. Huh. The top of one of the candles in this candle holder has been completely blown off.
Yes, there's wax spattered on the wall behind. Look.
I suppose if a bullet had hit it...
It does seem likely that the bullet hit the candle, having first passed through an inspector's body.
Now that wax on the wall looks like blood to me. Oh God. Can I inspect that? Ah! There are some black marks here. Look.
Yes, are they? Look like some sort of scorch marks.
So perhaps the bullet struck the candle here, do you think? It's only this one candle that's been cracked in half, it seems.
Yes, I think you might be right. Firearms are rarely used by criminals in Japan, so I'm afraid I'm not particularly knowledgeable about them.
Why is it also, like, twice the size of the other candles? Is there a reason for that? Is that going to come into play at some point? I don't think there's anything else I can investigate on this thing. Alright. Adol Kristen! Ever since we came here, I can't take my eyes off this thing.
Oh, funnily enough, neither can I.
It's a hairpiece, isn't it?
It is! It is! A bright red hairpiece!
And I suppose the fact that it's right there next to where the body was found means that we have to accept that Inspector Gregson wore wigs, does it?
And such a flame-colored red, too.
Yes, that's a color we've come across very recently elsewhere, isn't it?
Exactly. This is a vital clue, I'm sure of it.
Are you guys really joking about Gregson's death? Really? So I suppose this is where the victim...
That's right, the rope was laid around the body to show exactly how it was found. Poor Inspector Gregson himself has already been taken away.
And will probably be under Dr. C's scalpel now, if not for what happened last week.
From the shape of the rope, it would appear that the inspector was caught up in a ball. Are you feeling alright, Mr. Naruhodo? You look like you've seen a ghost.
I know it's just a rope, but, well, it conjures up quite a terrifying image, that's all. Especially after that blood stain next to it, with that blood stain next to it.
Oh, I don't understand. In some ways, what we picture in our minds can even be worse than reality.
Susato-san is so strong, though. She's taking this far better than I am. Is that everything? I think it is. Wait. No. Yeah, I don't see anything else to investigate. Oh. That's why. Gina, what was Inspector Gregson doing here in the first place?
That's what I want to know! It's what? Half a year since I got out of the cling. That's when I decided to give up mid-dive and become a detective instead.
Oh yes, Mr. Shulms twisted the inspector's arm to agree to take you on as an apprentice. Didn't he?
Something like that, I think. Anyway, point is, I didn't really know much about the boss till then. But turns out, he's a bit of a legend at the yard.
Goodness, really?
They say he managed to solve some really tricky case. Just like that.
He did.
Yep, and ever since then, he started going out on all sorts of investigations, but always on his own. No one else at the yard even knows what half the cases he's working on, apparently.
That's not how it's supposed to work, is it? So what's a legendary inspector doing in a dingy little room like this?
I know he had a lot of respect for the Reaper and all. And look where that landed him.
Respect for the Reaper? In what way?
I heard him say as much. I take my hat off to that fella. In words.
Not how the general public feels, is it? Most people are terrified of the Reaper.
Yeah, the boat said that's exactly why he's respected the block.
I didn't realize Gregson held the Reaper in quite such high regard.
He said something else to me to know. That I didn't need to worry about the Reaper. Because he only goes after people who are bad.
It did
kind of set my mind at ease when he said that.
Right. What is this place then? Does anyone live here?
Apparently it's been ran by some cove called Uboon.
Huboon. Huboon. Huboon.
Huboon.
It's sort of here today, gone tomorrow name. That, isn't it?
Yeah, he's what we call an identified person. We haven't been able to get in touch with him.
Huge bone? I see. Well, judging from appearances, I'd have to say this place hasn't been lived in for a long time, if ever.
Right! All the lads from the last piled down to get stuck into the investigation, but there's so little here, no one knew what to do with themselves.
I do wonder.
Yes, Mr. Sato.
Well, could it be that this Huboon is in fact Inspector Gregson himself?
What? How could that be?
Well, if he was investigating on his own, it's quite possible that this was in fact some kind of secret office of his.
I'd never even considered that.
Nice work, Snooze. We actually follow a line of inquiry like that ourselves.
You are?
If you look around the room, you'll see there's a few things
We should really investigate this place in detail. The incident. I have to present a few things to her, I think.
I see, that's where the one inspector was found, over there.
Yeah, that's right. They said it was a single bullet. What, Mim? Apparently, the bullet went right through him and struck a candle tree on the wall.
Oh yeah, it's blown into one of the candles apart completely.
And the goon used on theirs on the floor. It's the Reaper's, eh? No denying that.
What? Really?
How'd you know that?
Take it easy. I don't know what to do with myself when you stare at me with them big white eyes. I'm only saying what I've heard. Don't know much about the goons myself. But Was it some bigwig lawman or whatever who said so? Why you not ask him?
A bigwig lawman, is it?
Anyway, Fresno Street runs along under the window there. There were some street sellers just outside of the gunshot.
Oh, but I don't recall seeing anybody outside.
Yeah, they've all been taken down to the yard for questioning. That's why. We're talking about the yard's legendary inspector, yeah, after the big air and grilling.
Do you think they might be able to speak with those street sellers? Do you think we might be able to speak with those street sellers ourselves?
I doubt it. The lads at the yard just want to know what you're stupid for, and you'll be up for grilling and all.
So we can't interview the witnesses then. Shame. It's gonna be the fucking crying kid at the start as well. Yep, I gotta present. Gina, what do you make of this?
What is that? Evidence? Look, something else. What happened, have ya?
Oh, no. Not exactly.
I ain't been long enough in the job to get all this deducting business yet. That's why I'm gonna get a person what is this to the boss.
Okay. What do I need to present to her? What would she know about the policeman figure? No. I'm just gonna present everything because I can just kind of skip through the stuff I have. It's the bread. Oh my god, it's fucking adol. It really is just fucking adol. This is fucking like Arc Engine hair. That's so funny. I've always wondered what the underside of a hairpiece looks like.
That doesn't surprise me at all, Mr. Matador. You always want to see what lies beneath, don't you?
I'm not sure that's quite how I put it. You must have to use a lot of birdland to keep in place on your head. So it doesn't go a bit blown off in a gust of wind, I mean.
That might be a little inconvenient when you wanted to take it off again, don't you think?
They sculpt adol. I know. I keep saying that. It's it is quite literally just his hair. Then do I present this? No. Is that it? I'm guessing there's nothing to present then. We'll try the armband at least. This armband is proof, in Japan at least, that I'm a defense lawyer.
And this badge is proof that I'm a detective. So you're all gonna have to start calling me Inspector Lestrade.
In that case, you'll have to start calling me, well, anything but Otto. Wait, this is the same dialogue. Okay. I remember this.
Not uh-oh.
I'll try this and see if she says anything. Oh, she does. Okay.
Oh, that business. You Inspector Lestrade. Yeah, soon. Add that one button up.
I thought it was Mr. Sholmes who led that pair into a trap, wasn't it?
Listen, oh, ain't easy going from East End to Scotland Yard, detective, right? But anyway, part of the charm, yeah? Being a bit loose with the truth when it helps.
That's wrong for so many reasons. I'm in case 5, still can't believe they Axel Gregson. Jesus Christ.
Maybe I should get Iris to write stories about me. The Adventures of Inspector Lestrade.
Oh. Okay. Is that it? I guess that's it then. Okay. Hello. Hello. There he is, Lord Van Zix behind bars.
So it's true, he really was arrested.
He's sitting with his back to the wall, reading something. I don't think he's noticed us. Lord Van Zix!
Fancy meeting you here. The last place on Earth I'd like to be, with the last person on Earth I'd like to see.
That rhymed. I couldn't very well not come. We heard what happened. That Inspector Gregson was...
Go home. This has nothing to do with you.
But
Forgive me, Lord Von Zieks, but I must disagree. Inspector Gregson was very helpful and told us on a number of occasions. We're indebted to him. At the very least, we owe it to him to find out the truth about his death. You must help us with our investigations, please.
I want an Ace Attorney Investigations 3, but it's great Ace Attorney Investigations 1, and we play as Von Zieks.
There's really nothing I can tell you.
What were you just reading at the back of the cell there? Was it something related to the case?
This. The yard isn't quite so cavalier with its information as to share case details with the suspect. This is.
It's investigation truth not getting localized just like too.
A letter from an old acquaintance.
Oh, might that be?
Someone you know, as it happens. Albert Abraham.
Of course, yes. I keep forgetting they went to the same university.
And I would like to read my correspondence in peace. So let's get this over with, shall we? What is it you want to know?
Strange. I mean, let's face it. Lord Von Zieks never minces his words, but they seem to have less bite than usual somehow. Anyway, here's my armband. Yeah, I think Investigations 2 was kind of overhyped for me. I think it's fucking good, sure, but I do think actually playing it, I was like, yeah, okay, that was fucking good. That's all I have to say about it, you know? I think you know this is worn by people in my country to show that they're defense lawyers, don't you?
And I think you know that I believed you to be merely playing at lawyercraft initially. But it would seem your armband may actually imply some dormant talent after all.
Lord Von Zieks, do you mean I don't even remember case 2-2 of Investigations?
Let's hope you wake up soon.
Yes, I was clearly daydreaming. I almost thought I got a compliment there.
What's that?
It's just something I was hoping to ask your opinion about. That's all.
It's a serious crime for the defense to attempt to extract information from the prosecution by illegal means.
Alright. I get the message, but I don't see what's illegal about me asking. I mean, you did quite literally point a gun to his face. I know that's a generic response, but I'd like to imagine that is specifically with a gun. Alright, let's just talk. What do you got? Can you at least tell us your side of the story, Lord Von Zieks? What happened?
How much do you already know?
We know that the inspector was shot dead in a small rented room on Fresno Street.
And that you were found there by the police when they arrived on the scene and immediately arrested.
We were told that nobody else was in the room, and that some witnesses heard the gunshot.
Then you're well informed. There's really nothing I can add. The truth is, I don't know what happened myself.
But the gunshot, obviously you didn't fire the gun, did you?
I'm not in the habit of shooting the people I work alongside.
Oh, you got ice cream because I mentioned it?
I also heard the noise. However, before I had a chance to investigate, I was apprehended by the arriving officers.
So he doesn't actually know what happened.
If I might ask, what were you doing in that place to begin with?
I don't need to answer that.
Oh,
After all, you're not representing me.
He is going to need a lawyer, though. Your defense, yeah. Who is going to be representing you in court, Lord Von Zix?
Anyone other than you, I should imagine.
would I be right in assuming that you have no representation as of yet?
Defense lawyers shy away from any trial involving the Reaper. As I'm sure you know.
It's just like Ace Attorney 1, no way.
But this is different.
I know, right?
In my career, of all the defendants I've prosecuted, only 19 have ever been acquitted. Of them, 16 subsequently died in mysterious circumstances. Questions will be asked now.
Surely not.
I assure you, no defense lawyer will want to touch me with the end of a barge pole.
But you didn't actually have anything to do with those people's deaths, did you?
It's been 10 years now that I've been known as the Reaper of the Bailey. Believe me, nobody wants to know. Oh, the true identity of this killer more than I. However, it seems things may come to a head before I have the chance to uncover the truth about that.
What does he mean by that? Professor Hairbrain's letter. After the trial, Professor Hairbrain was supposed to go straight back to Germany, I thought.
It's a letter to inform me of his safe arrival at home. I arranged his passage by sea and rail. It's a relief, I must say. He should now be beyond the reaches of the Reaper.
Because the Reaper doesn't follow people abroad, you mean?
Yes, so it seems. Use your stooped little Nipponese friend. For example, you told me he was keeping well in Japan when I inquired the other day.
Yes, that's right. He's an author now. He's happily working in Tokyo.
So Professor Hairbrain is safely back in Germany now.
He is. So, it appears our conversation has run dry.
There was this 2-second silence, that's I like to actually, oh my god. That's so funny. Imagine a real conversation with this man. Like, just having a regular, normal conversation with a person. 2 seconds of silence and they say,
It appears our conversation has run dry.
like, imagine Bank playing Trails to Azure. Doesn't post for 2 seconds.
It appears our conversation has run dry.
I just think that's fucking funny.
Well, in any event, if you'll excuse me now.
I'm walking away from someone if they start talking like that.
I wouldn't like to detain you.
I was wondering, Lord Von Zix, if you'd like, I'd be happy to advocate for you.
You trust me, do you?
Yes. I've heard you speak many times in court. I've seen how you treat people. so I'm quite sure that you would never have taken another's life. It just, my feelings can't be used as evidence in a court of law, sadly.
It's a very gracious of her. However, I trust no one.
What?
Not the police, not the judiciary, and not you, Nibonese.
But please! Charles is a legend of Heroes Without the Heart. True, once everyone plays Gag Harv, we'll know. Anyway.
I have no intention of engaging in Fire Emblem Engage with your services.
Hopping on Gudamin. Let's fucking go. The chasm between us just too wide and deep, it seems. One of my friends actually, like, refuses to play any Falcom game other than Gudamin. He just doesn't think any of them are going to be good. And honestly, I respect that. He started Gudamin recently. I could see Van Ziggs being friends with Ike or Sigurd.
Then neither of us will waste any more time.
Perhaps we need to dig a little deeper and find out more about Lord Van Ziggs and what happened to Inspector Gregson. Perhaps we need to invade someone's privacy in order to find out, in order to blackmail Van Ziggs into letting us represent him. Is there anything to do here? You still here? I've already talked to you. Okay. Have I missed something? Wait a fucking second. Oh, that's why the candles are so tall. Okay. Lord Chief Justice, I'm betting. I'm betting Strongheart has something to say. Fucking bet, knew it.
You've made good time.
I took an express back from London.
That's Seishiro, right? I can hear Lord Strongheart, can you?
Yes, it sounds as though he's talking to someone.
Oh! It's not, it's Kazuma.
Is everything in place? I had a private compartment on the train, so I could check all the paperwork.
It's...
Kazuma-sama.
God, he looks so much more like Edgeworth now.
Oh, your timing is impeccable.
It is?
No doubt you have heard the sickening news about the Reaper's latest devilry.
Yes.
I'm sure you don't believe it, of course, though, Lord Strongheart. That Lord Van Ziggs could have done such a thing to Inspector Gregson.
I believe only in the facts, and the facts in this case point to one thing. The unavoidable accusal of Lord Van Ziggs for this crime, who must bring charges against the Reaper for taking the life of our legendary detective.
Oh no, surely not.
It's a truly regrettable situation. Tomorrow, the Forensics of Science Symposium finally begins. At the very least, though, we can show the world our justice system's swift and equitable processes.
So does that mean the trial tomorrow is tomorrow?
Precisely. In fact, this is a fine opportunity for introductions.
Kazuma.
Oh, but of course, you're already acquainted, aren't you? Mr. Asogi here will be present at tomorrow's proceedings, leading the prosecution.
Fucking knew it. Holy shit. This is going to be so goddamn raw. What the fuck? Why is this the fucking 4th case? This should be the 5th! Wait. What? Kazuma?
As I'm sure you're aware, he's a very capable practitioner of law.
Kazuma-sama, a prosecutor?
He hasn't fucking said anything. Sir? Sir!
I'm sorry for all the worry I've caused you, but it will be all right now.
Has your memory completely returned?
Yes, completely. I remember everything, including what I was coming here to do.
Right. Naruhodo vs. Kazuma, defending Van Zicht over the deck of Gregson. What is this case? I know, what the fuck? This is what the fuck?
Kazuma-sama, I can't tell you how happy I am to see you alive and well like this. But how did you come to be here in London when you were suffering from amnesia?
It was a voice. This past year, I've been hearing it in my head constantly, saying the same thing over and over. Go to London. That's where your destiny awaits.
I think that's the voice I had for Kazuma. It's been a while.
It was that voice that guided me here to London.
I'm so sorry for what's happened.
Anyway, my memory might have returned to me, but there's something that won't return to the way it was before.
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm a prosecutor now, so I'm sure our paths will cross again very soon.
That is the name of a Torna song title. Our paths will never cross again. Anyway, here's my armband. Could I show you this? Oh, okay. I want to show Kazuma his armband. Without the again, pretty sure. Yeah.
I'm sure you can imagine that tomorrow's trial will be followed all over London. In fact, no, people all over the Empire will be watching closely to see how it unfolds.
There's no salvation for anyone in a trial prosecuted by the Reaper of the Bailey. And now, the Reaper himself must stand in the dock.
Quite so. The public wants answers about the Reaper. Answers about how and why those who escaped conviction subsequently died. Mysterious deaths.
But Lord Van Zieks only denies any involvement in such matters.
And there have been thorough investigations that have proven him to be innocent.
That's certainly true. Or it has been, at least until now. No, tomorrow's trial will mark the start of a new chapter in our country's great judicial history.
Prosecutor Sugi. I actually think it's really cool. You know what I think is cool, and I think at this point, it's kind of a waste to not do this. Oh, fucking hell. I think the black and white imagery between Kazuma and Ryunosuke at the moment, I kind of like it. I think it's kind of raw, and because the story's getting like really into the finale sort of area at this point, like I was gonna change it back for the 5th case anyway, but at this point, I'm honestly thinking regular outfits for the rest of the game, just because I want to be able to take Sholmes a bit more seriously. But yeah, like that black and white, like the fact that Kazuma's in a completely white outfit, and then Ryunosuke's in a completely black outfit. I like that imagery. I think that's kind of raw, you know? So I'm gonna change it back. So, Kazuma will be prosecuting tomorrow. Not Sholmes' pink outfit. Okay, I can leave Sholmes in his outfit, if you want. I'm happy to leave Sholmes in his outfit. No, I don't take Sholmes seriously, you're right. I'll leave Sholmes in his outfit. I think it's better. I think it looks better. I actually really like Susato's outfit, gotta be honest. Shit, now I want to use the outfit. Alright, we're gonna use Susato's and we're gonna use Sherlock Sholmes. But we're not gonna use Naruhodo's. We barely see it anyway. And I think the black and white aesthetic is gonna be really cool when we get to the trial.
But he's a defense lawyer, Lord Strongheart.
Not anymore, bitch. Accomplished young law practitioners cannot pick and choose their roles.
He's actually going to have his armband now, yeah.
And imagine what it will mean for the prosecution to know the strategies commonly employed by the defense. A devastating combination, wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. I've no doubt at all that Cousin will be razor sharp as a prosecutor.
But why Kazuma-sama? There are surely other highly skilled prosecutors in here in Great Britain.
It was a personal request. I asked to be assigned to the trial.
You asked for this? But why?
It'll all become clear tomorrow. I'm guessing you intend to stand for the defense, don't you? Although the Reaper appears to be turning down all offers of representation.
I'm surprised such a personal request would have been upheld. It seems unprecedented, quite exceptional in fact.
You are quite right, Miss Mikotoba. Tomorrow's trial will be unprecedented and exceptional in every way. After all, the accused is one of Britain's greatest prosecutors, the pride of the Empire. It would be unwise to give the public a reason to perceive that it is the judiciary closing ranks.
So that's why you have to let a foreigner handle prosecution.
Ryunosuke, let's see how far your skills have been honed after practicing law in this land for so many months.
Kazuma, I don't understand why you're being so hostile to me now. This isn't going to end well, my friend. Oh yes, we noticed that there was a gun at the scene of Inspector Gregson's death. Do you know if it belongs to Lord Van Zix?
That would be the question for the lead detective investigating the scene.
Well, the thing is, she wasn't sure, so she told me I should ask someone higher up who might know.
That's right, Mr. Naruhodo. Be direct.
I see.
It's certainly a model that's issued to all personnel involved in law enforcement yet. Yes, which includes prosecutors, as I'm sure you can imagine.
In that case, he could actually have belonged to the victim.
No, Gregson had his gun in his person.
What about Lord Van Zix?
He claims it's currently not in his possession.
What?
According to his story, he lost it. In short, it's more than a little suspicious.
But just because the gun in question is the same type as the defendant, there's no proof that it's actually his.
No, of course not.
Nevertheless, the situation is grave for Lord Van Zix. It doesn't look like we're going to glean much more here. Well, thank you very much, Lord Strongheart.
Remember, tomorrow's trial will go down in our Empire's history. There's much you could learn from the public gallery.
Wow. Sorry to have taken up so much of your time. We'll see ourselves out.
Hold it!
Whoa. That actually fucking scared me. I haven't heard his voice for so long.
Before you go, Ryunosuke,
Oh, what is it, Kazuma?
I just wanted to thank you.
Kazuma-sama, what?
You took my determination to heart and brought it with you over the ocean in my stead. And you carried out my role to perfection.
You always were intent on studying British law in order to change our own justice system. It was your dream, and Mr. Naruhodo didn't want that to die with you.
Yes, but I had another purpose for coming here.
Oh,
I actually have a favor to ask, which is, this trial I'll be prosecuting tomorrow. I'd like you to be there to see how it ends. Right in front of me, as the defense counsel.
Why? What's this all about?
I know you have what it takes.
But Lord Van Zix would never put his fate in my hands.
On the contrary, he recognizes your talent.
He does? Kazuma's at least there to comfort me in the loss of fish and chips? Oh my god.
It It's not easy to see behind the facade sometimes. Here, have a look at this.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's Lord Van Zeeks and Inspector Gregson. Oh my god, they look at him smiling. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my god, he's he's so fucking handsome. What the fuck? Holy shit. I love Gregson smiling there. He looks like he's having such a great time. Oh my god, what the fuck? Client looks... I'm guessing it's Client and not Clint, right? He looks so good here. How'd he turn into a race? As you can see in this picture here, as depicted in this diagram, Gregson is imagining holding fish and chips. You can see the Gregson in his natural habitat, pretending that he's eating fish and chips. Also, I was gonna say, Client looks like a Fire Emblem character. Is it Client or Clint? I don't know which one you've been saying. What you've all been saying. And who's the third person?
It was displayed very prominently in the detective's office.
In Gregson's office, you mean? Maybe we could give Kazuma the Gregson voice now. It's in honor, right?
Yes, what I'm trying to say is, if you really think you can trust him,
I'm gonna miss doing the Gregson voice.
yes, what I'm trying to say is, if you really think you can trust the Reaper, you might find that some straight talking makes him take a different view.
In the fan translation, he's actually Klimt. Klimt. Interesting. Don't worry, I'll be using the Gregson voice for other characters I think it'll fit in other games I play. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe Fire Emblem 7 will have a character I can put it on. Maybe I'll give Hector the Gregson voice. Anyway. Gregson photograph has been entered into the court record. I don't understand. Why are you giving me this?
Just hurry, Ryunosuke. Visiting hours at the prison are almost over.
What are you doing, Kazuma? Give Ike that voice when you... I don't know, I'm gonna voice FE9 because it's gonna be in Japanese, so it's gonna be more like a live translation. So I don't know if I'd be putting on voices for that. That said, I will definitely check out the English dub when I'm finished with the game. I want to see how laughably, like, bad it is. Anyway, let's go get prosecuting. No, not prosecuting. Let's go get the prosecutor. Sorry. Lord Van Zeeks is still reading that letter.
I've been gone quite some time, though.
Either he's an incredibly slow reader, or it's an incredibly long letter. I might even be able to read English faster than he can. Well, he does speak pretty slowly. The voice acting in Taylor's games is a sight to behold. A sight! Not something to hear?
I was intending to ignore you entirely.
It was long before Greg Chan. Oh, Greg Chan voices Ike? Really? He voices Date as well, right? I mean, I know in Smash, right? But like, still.
But I can't turn a deaf ear to such an insulting Nipponese.
Oh, sorry. I didn't think you'd hear that. I mean, there's quite literally no other fucking sounds going on here. Apart from this slightly imposing sounding harpsichord track.
I had it in the case notes brought to me. I had the case notes brought to me in secret. I was reading them to pass the time.
Yes, we heard that your trial's set for tomorrow.
Which is none of your business.
So, have you found a lawyer?
How many times must I reiterate the same thing? This is nothing to do with you.
In other words, no.
We're just talking to Lord Stronghart, and the prosecutor your trial has been decided.
I'd expect nothing less, though I have no idea who it is.
It's going to be Kazuma Sogi.
A Sogi.
That made the color drain from his face.
Ah, well then. It seems I'm going to have to engage in conversation with
You again. Holy shit. The fucking... Oh god. Why is the music direction in this game so good? Like, the way it cuts out and then it just comes back in so suddenly. It's so imposing. It has such a great effect. Holy shit. Sorry. I'm just for kind of fanboying over this music. It's so fucking good. Holy shit. Holy shit. Sorry. Yours voice is Eldigan? Really? Oh my god. Okay. Your gun. And for his neutral special, Joker has gun. He dubbed the protagonist of Squid Game. About the gun used to shoot the inspector that was found at the scene. Didn't he also voice the protagonist of Judgment? I feel like he did. NBA Wilson, where do you like music? You know, I was gonna ironically joke about it, but I don't think I can unironically say I don't. It's so ingrained in my life at this point. But yeah, no, I was more so talking about the music direction of this game. It's so fucking good. Ace Attorney, like, music cuts are so fucking effective. You know? We've talked about this before.
Ah, yes, that's not mine.
I felt so bad for Greg John when he had to voice a younger version of Ike and sounded like exactly the same as his adult version. Oh. In Heroes, right? Yeah.
Really? Because common opinion seems to be that it is.
Ace Attorney fans when the music cuts out, yeah.
What do you expect me to say to that?
Oh, really? Because common opinion seems to be that it's right. Read that already.
Lord Stronghart informs us that you claim to have misplaced your firearm.
As embarrassing as that is, I'm afraid it's true.
It might actually be his. Someone stole it from him or something.
When did you lose it then?
That I don't know.
Oh,
I was issued with a revolver when I first became a prosecutor 10 years ago. I must have stowed it away somewhere, I suppose, or left it somewhere, perhaps.
you have something in common with Lord Von Zieg's after all, Mr. Naruto. A talent for misplacing things.
No, this has nothing to do with me. Don't drag me into it. Isn't it this has nothing to do with me? That's the second time they've done that.
Don't make the mistake of associating me with this Nipponese.
Oh dear, the rift is very wide, isn't it?
So it's not a decisive evidence, clearly. But it doesn't look good, that's for sure. Inspector Gregson.
Gregson's transfer to the Paris Police Prefecture had finally been arranged for the coming month.
I was looking for a fucking tripod. I don't know where it went. I have a tripod that I attached my phone to for like video footage for stuff. I was gonna use it today. I can't fucking find it. I don't usually misplace things too often, I gotta say. But I actually don't know where it is. I usually only misplace stuff when I put it somewhere And then my dad moves it. He just moves stuff, and I don't know where he puts it half the time. But yeah.
But he'll never make it to France now. It's a tragedy.
Oh yes, come to think of it, he did mention something about that, didn't he?
I wonder, does it happen often? Being transferred internationally, I mean.
It's the first time I've ever encountered it.
Oh,
The Paris police welcoming an English detective is almost inconceivable. I can't imagine what kind of magic Gregson must have worked to put that arrangement in place.
It sounds like that mystery has even the Reaper perplexed.
I'm afraid to say that we were very ignorant about Professor Inspector Gregson's standing. We hear that he was considered something of a legend at Scotland Yard.
Oh god, Gregson theme.
Again, it was 10 years ago that he first made a name for himself by uncovering a decisive piece of evidence that exposed the professor's identity. If it wasn't for Gregson's singular approach to the case, the discovery would never have been made.
What sort of approach? I'm gonna get fish and chips tomorrow. I'm just gonna fucking straight up do it.
After my brother's life was taken, the inspector pushed for a full autopsy.
Oh my, 10 years ago?
Why is that so surprising? Oh, I see.
Autopsy was considered a desecration of the body at the time, and rarely performed. And my brother was of course the noble that made the idea of it even more unthinkable. But something Gregson had dug up in his investigations made him determined it was necessary. His powerful conviction somehow influenced the House of the Lords, and as a result, I could avenge my brother's death.
So, you must have had great confidence in the inspector's abilities then.
And it's even more inconceivable that you would have taken his life.
I don't have confidence in anyone.
Oh,
And I'm sure Gregson felt the same way. I've no doubt he thought of me only as the ominous Reaper, just like the rest of London.
What really went on between Lord Runzix and Gregson? What was the true nature of their relationship?
10 years ago, my older brother, who was the director of prosecutions at the time, was murdered.
Give me 1 sec. I need to just do something. Holy shit, it is so hot today. I forgot because I have an aircon in my room now. And it's very nice to have an aircon here.
And the killer, as you know, was a visiting student from the Far East. Not a single day goes by when I don't curse the name Asogi.
Genshin Asogi was Kazuma-sama's father.
So what cruel twist of fate is this now, 10 years later? The man's son is to crucify me in some kangaroo court.
Speaking of Australia. Speaking of Australia. I still don't understand why Lord Strongheart apprenticed Kazuma to you.
It's what he does, no doubt. He knew of the young man's true identity from the outset.
What does Kangaroo Court even mean?
But what could he have been hoping to achieve?
And let's not forget that it was only 8 days ago that Kazuma recovered from his amnesia. Why would Lord Strongheart assign this trial to somebody like that?
Asogi. The name is the very epitome of my bane. Nobody cared about me until I put on the mask. That bane. The bane is that is you Nipponese.
Right, your hatred of all us Japanese. The Nipponese bane.
I'd own
Of course, that's one big joke. Someone noted to take it seriously for one reason or another. Right.
I'd only just been appointed as a prosecutor when it happened 10 years ago. My brother, Blind, the director of prosecutions, was hunting down a mass murderer.
The so-called professor.
Assigned to the investigation as his partner was a certain visiting student dispatched from Scotland Yard.
And that was Genshin Asogi.
Exactly. I developed a deep respect for the man. He seemed noble-minded and chivalrous in the extreme to me. But none of us saw the true nature of the man.
Interesting music.
So I lost everything when it happened. My esteemed brother, the people I believed in, and any semblance of right prevailing over wrong.
Oh, how awful.
To avenge my brother, I prosecuted in Asogi's trial. It wouldn't ordinarily have been allowed, but I beleaguered the ascribed prosecutor until he consented.
Beleaguered? I don't even know how that word is meant to be pronounced.
What do you mean by the ascribed prosecutor?
The man in charge of the professor case in court, Lord Miles Strongheart.
I figured it'd be Strongheart. I was checking what my friends were playing recently on the Switch and saw the Fortnite icon with Goku. Wait, does it, like, the icon has Goku on it? Really?
Wait, what? Lord Strongheart?
He was a highly accomplished prosecutor, but he agreed to relinquish the trial to me and act as my advisor instead.
Definitely send me an image of that, Curb. I'd love to see that. That's so fucking funny.
Since that time, he's the one person to whom I felt indebted.
I'm sure you must have seen.
Oh, excuse me. It is very funny that Goku. Every time I think of Goku for Fortnite, the thing I think of is Kamiya Mama. Do the Kamiya Mama. You know? Let's take a look at this. What the fuck? Why is it just Goku front and center? Dame Danae. You know? The Kamiya Mama and the Dame Danae. Hold on. Alright. Sorry, I'm just checking Twitter. Sometimes I need to take a break from reading, you know? It gets tiring after a while. At least I'm not falling asleep this time. I'm like properly awake today. So.
I'm sure you must have realized your senior seal for the case and recognized your potential as a prosecutor.
Anyway, time passed, but then, earlier this year, who should arrive in London but you? And of all things, as a lawyer.
When you're like 17, how long has Fortnite been out? And actually, how old are you, Itsumi? I don't think I've ever asked. Aren't you like... Is Fortnite more than 5 years old? What the fuck? Yeah, I thought you were 22. I feel like that's in your Twitter bio. (27) 2017 years old. Yeah. I felt the animosity the first time I ever faced you in the courtroom. Your obvious deep loathing of us Japanese.
I kept telling myself it was illogical. But for so many years, that hatred had festered inside me, and I could no longer control it.
How old am I? I'm the same age as you, Itsumi. I am 22. And I can understand why, now I know the history.
But in the same way that I felt the Nipponese to be the bane of my life, to Kazuma Asogi, I am the bane of his, the reaper who sent his father to the gallows. He's looking for revenge, and he intends to take it in court tomorrow.
Well, about that, this case is going to last more than one day because that is just Ace Attorney tradition. You know, it'd be very funny if case 4 is like very short and it ends like they don't actually finish it properly and they break tradition for it. Anyway, Lord Francis, we came by this old photograph.
Where did you get that?
Already got a shitty live service game, Destiny 2. Help, I hate the game. I refuse to touch Destiny 2.
It was taken when I became a qualified prosecutor. It's almost unbelievable. I assumed it was long lost.
Is the man on the left here?
Yes, that's my brother, Client.
It had to be, really. Apparently this picture was prominently displayed in Gregson's office. He had a deep respect for you, you know. Were you aware of that?
Respect? That's nonsense.
No, we've heard someone attest to it very clearly. Inspector Gino Lestrade, no less.
Well, maybe once, yes. There was a time things were like that. We were brothers in arms, jovially discussing the future of justice and other such lofty subject matter. That was a nice glimpse of the past. I thank you.
Your face doesn't look very thankful. I feel as though I got a nice glimpse of the past then too. There was a glimmer of light in his eyes, a brief twinkle, an insight into the true nature of this man known to all as the so-called Reaper of the Bailey.
Mr. Naruhodo.
I just want to imagine he like completely butchers the pronunciation. Naruhodo. Oh, that's the first time he's ever used my actual name.
I've lost all confidence in any of my country's justice system. I don't trust the police, the judiciary, or lawyers.
Mr. Naruto.
But there's still one thing I'm willing to believe in.
Believe it! What's that?
That which you see in the eyes of another across the courtroom, a simple determination to know the truth. You could almost say, seize the truth.
Lord Van Zeeks! You've also played Trail Suazua.
From the very first time we clashed in the Bailey almost a year ago now. I couldn't deny it, even though I dearly wished I could. Here is a loathsome Nipponese who has absolute integrity as a lawyer. There are only two other men I've known with that same look in their eyes. My brother, Client, and Genshin Asogi.
The man idolized and the man who betrayed his trust in the most hideous way.
When you showed me that photograph just now, it reminded me.
You mean this photograph?
Back then, I was able to laugh. I was free of the shackles of mistrust that plague me now. I look to the future with hope. Since then, I've protected myself against betrayal by refusing to trust anyone. But at times, the mire into which I've sunk makes it almost impossible to breathe.
I'm so sorry.
So, Mr. Naruhodo, I want to believe in that look in your eyes. I need to believe in it.
Wow, just like Ace Attorney 1.
In tomorrow's trial, will you advocate for me?
Of course I will. It would be an honor.
I'm so pleased, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, so that's how you pronounce your name. Then my life is in your hands.
Well, Lord Van Zeeks, that must have been an incredibly hard thing to ask, which is why I simply cannot let the man down. I can never give him up. I can never let him down. Tomorrow, in the Old Bailey, against my old friend Kazuma. That's a to be continued, isn't it? Alright. Well, I'm not stopping now. Why would I fucking stop now? What the fuck? It's 9 p.m. 9:30, I guess, but like still. Hello. 8:56 a.m. The Old Bailey defendants antechamber. Is that early? Yeah. There's that old familiar feeling again. Crushing pressure of this historic courthouse. You know, my microphone was kind of blocking my vision of that vase on the right there. So I briefly saw the blue color, and I was like, is that moth? Why am I like this? Actually, no. It's a little different today. Marth's here with us. There's an even more menacing tension in the air.
There's a menacing tension in the air today, isn't there, I suppose?
Yes, I think so. You gotta stop reading our thoughts like that. Hello! It can only be the result of the menacing appearance of the defendant.
A little more courtesy, if you please.
Oh my, I do apologize.
Martin, sing it, Bunsie!
However, you're certainly not mistaken that this trial is far from ordinary.
What do you mean?
I'm not privy to the details, however, I understand that no jury has been selected.
Fuck yeah, no padding, let's go!
A trial without a jury? Well, that's just like the trial for the professor 10 years ago.
A close court.
Good morning, dear fellows.
Mr. Sholmes, your hair's back to normal.
Have you made note of my hair, Mr. Naruhodo? An outright victory for science. You must agree.
To be perfectly honest, so much happened yesterday that, well, I completely forgot about your little hair problem.
Ha! What to one man is a little hair problem is another day of drinking dubious potion after dubious potion. You have no idea how my stomach ails me this morning.
Oh dear, how awful for you.
I don't think we've ever seen Sholmes and Von Zieks interact, have we? I'm afraid you only have yourself to blame, Mr. Sholmes.
Good morning to you, Mr. Reaper. I'm delighted to see you looking so full of vim.
And you? I see London's celebrated great detective is as active as ever.
Oh, you exaggerate, my dear fellow. Compared to my paltry engagements with the few trivial cases, the Reaper's overbearing presence is a far greater deterrent to the black roots of crime in our capital.
Accidentally misclicked? Sorry about that. Misclicked what? Dorito.
And whilst I may not agree with your methods, there is at least one point on which I would readily commend you.
What an honor.
Accidentally timed out 600 seconds? Itsumi, no! Alright. How does that happen? Well, Itsumi, you can't see it, but I just did a salute. You can feel it in spirit.
Your eye for a good lawyer, sir.
Mr. Sholmes?
After all, behind this lawyer there is a very great mind. My own.
What are you trying to say?
I wish only to say that you should be prepared for quite a trial, Mr. Reaper.
Sorry to barge in.
Sorry to barge in?
Gina! Wait,
Sorry to barge in?
what's on her arm? Oh, it's morning bound, I suppose.
Father, shouldn't you be at the symposium?
It's been postponed, so I have some free time. I decided to come along with the police inspector to see our country's up-and-coming student in action. I shall be very interested to see the fruits of your studies over the past year.
Yeah, he's just gonna watch and see him just fumble over his words the entire trial. Well, it's an honor to have you here. Let's hope there's some fruits to see. Check Discord. Livelto timed out It's Me for 600 seconds. That is 5 minutes, right? He'll be back soon.
Uh-oh! British! Uh-oh!
Oh, yes, Gina? Oh, it's 10 minutes. Oh, shit. Right, 300 is 5. My bad.
Why'd you agree to us, eh? Why you like him all? This leaper broke. Everyone says him, what killed the boss?
Well, 10 minutes is nothing. I'm sorry, Gina. But I just don't believe that.
What if it was him? Who was it?
I don't know that. Yet.
I don't call him what Gal calls him what? The Reaper's just a name. He's just a person at the end of the day. If it turns out he wasn't him what killed the boss, then God help him.
Fiercy eyes, indeed. Yes, the culprit deserves every ounce of your loathing. At least that may be some solace to the deceased.
But please, no. Get whoever did this for the boss.
Oh, Gina.
I feel like this useless, but there's nothing I can do. So you gotta find who done this and make the rich pay. Counsel for the defense of the defendant. Court will be in session shortly. Make your way to the courtroom at once, please.
Alright then. Here we go.
It's time, Mr. Naruhodo.
We're gonna get Gina addicted to fish and chips.
Lord Von Six.
One who lost his treasured brother to a mass murderer. I hate Shutakami, he made Gina cry. Oh, fuck. One who lost his treasured father in a foreign court of law. And one who lost the man who helped to escape destitution. All that misfortune, all that pain, on course to collide headlong in this trial. It's time to shine a light on all these dark events. And whatever truth is revealed, we're going to have to look it straight in the eye. Why Sholmes? Why Sholmes at the end there? What does this man know that we don't? Holy shit. Sholmes is the main character.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. We're here to conduct the fair and just trial of the defendant, Baroque von Six. Counsel for the defense and prosecution, are you ready to begin?
The defense is ready, my lord.
The prosecution is more than ready.
Oh, Kazuma-sama.
Oh my god. It feels so weird seeing Kazuma here. I've been wishing to see you in court again for so long, it feels... But I never pictured it happening like this. Yeah, I'm glad I swapped Naruhodo back to his regular thing. Never thought I'd be facing you behind the prosecution's bench.
The so-called rape of the baby has been a scourge like no other, undermining Her Majesty's justice system. Today, we must uncover the truth behind this scourge.
In other words, this trial's going to be a lot more far-reaching than Inspector Gregson's murder.
The truth revealed by these proceedings may have unpredictable repercussions for the judiciary. Accordingly, they are to be conducted as a closed trial with no members of the public present, by Her Majesty's direct orders.
How would it work, my lord? How would that work, my lord? Actually, that's kind of fucking cool. Reverting to, like, traditional Ace Attorney case because for this occasion. Oh my god. I'm actually getting that Ace Attorney feeling. I'm actually feeling like I'm playing an Ace Attorney game again. Like, of course this is an Ace Attorney game. I've always felt like I'm playing an Ace Attorney game, but this has a distinctly different feel to any of the numbered Ace Attorney games. This one, it feels so unique in how it approaches storytelling compared to any of the other Ace Attorney games. Not formulaic whatsoever. There has been murders, sure, but like, it is not afraid to break formula. And I like how much variety there is because of it. You know, nothing bores me in this game. But yeah, no jury means less voices I have to do. So I'm kind of happy about that. Like, I like voicing the jury, but it's also like 6 characters. You know?
The burden of all arbitration and adjudication falls on my shoulders.
Arbitrator?
Therefore, as you will see, the juris bench shall remain vacant today.
If no members of the public are present, might I ask who is currently occupying the gallery, my lord?
The members of the judiciary, here to witness the proceeding and ensure an equitable trial.
Members of the judiciary.
My, this is a very unusual trial already.
There is, of course, another unprecedented aspect of this proceeding which I must elaborate. The counsel for the prosecution and defense are both aliens of Great Britain.
Aliens? Is that racism I detect? I've not played all AA games, but it feels like a really nice breath of fresh air that feels like it has a real impact. Yeah, this is really special. I am glad. Yeah. I am really glad this is going to be the last Ace Attorney game I play until they make a new one. Because holy shit, if I ended on something like Ace Attorney Investigations 2 as my last one, yes, that's a good game, but I think part of me would have felt a little underwhelmed, even though it's still fucking fire, that game. It was overhyped for me. I'm glad I decided to play it before I got to these games. You know? I don't know if that makes, does that make sense? You know? Like, I'm glad I'm ending off on such a great high point. It's me! And on Ace Attorney Investigations 2 as my last because DGS released right when Ace Attorney Investigations 1. Damn. Yeah, no, it was the same for me. I wanted to finish Investigations 2 before I played Great Ace Attorney, DGS, right? And then when I finished it, DGS released, and I'm like, I don't have the motivation for this anymore. I just like finished an Ace Attorney game. I need a break. The other thing that also happened is it released on the same day as Neo: The World Ends With You, and I figured I'd prioritize that considering I just finished an Ace Attorney game. Then I got distracted with other games, and then here we are, a year later, a year and a half later. Anyway, welcome back, It's Me. Holy shit, this game is so fucking big.
I believe it takes an outsider to see the truth sometimes. And as I stand here in this courtroom now, I'm quite certain this is the reason why I had to come to Britain.
Luvelto is not in Shine Chord. Kazuma? Curb is not in Shine Chord. She doesn't want to be there.
Very well, let us commence proceedings. Prosecutor Asorgi, your opening statement, if you please.
Certainly, my lord.
I need to get back into a Kazuma voice.
The incident took place on 1st November, just after 5 o'clock in the afternoon. The location was a building of flats on Fresno Street, in the outskirts of the city. The victim's body was discovered there in an old single-room rental property. Yes, Inspector Tobias Gregson, a name known very well indeed to this court. Not least for his miraculous resolution of one of this country's grimmest cases 10 years ago.
The Professor case.
How sure are you about the time of the incident?
Several witnesses on the street outside heard the gunshot, and all have been reported at the same time.
Yes, that's what Gina told us too. God, I fucking love the black and white aesthetic here. I can't get, I'm so glad I changed Naruhodo's outfit back. It fits so well. There were a number of witnesses.
I have here a plan of the room. The victim was found curled up in one corner.
Either way, even if Curb wanted to join, I probably wouldn't invite her, mainly because she hasn't finished Xenoblade 3 yet. And yeah, maybe that's not a good time. It's not a good time to invite her, given that sort of thing at the moment. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway,
It's believed he was shot from the front at point-blank range and died instantly.
How's the range been determined?
There were scorch marks around the entry wound. Such marks are caused by the gunpowder used to fire the bullets. But powder hot enough to leave scorch marks is only ejected a few inches beyond the end of the barrel. In other words, it only happens when the target is at point-blank range.
hey Bank.
I see, yes. Thank you for the detailed explanation, Counsel.
I mean, I still think Xenoblade 3 is a good game. You know?
The murder weapon was found lying beside the victim.
And have you managed to ascertain the owner of this firearm?
No, my lord, not conclusively.
Bravo, Kazuma-sama. We're not trying to use the gun as evidence when its provenance cannot be proven.
Furthermore, my lord, as I've explained, the revolver was fired at extremely close range. The bullet passed through the victim and struck the wall behind him.
There's a candelabrum. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Mounted on that wall, and the tip of one of the candles in it is found to be blown off by the projectile.
We noticed that too, didn't we?
I think it was pre-orders in Japan with 2 special short cases were included, as Kazuma is the protagonist of one, and Shoms is the other. As in like DLC? Was that never actually included at all? But anyway. Like, was that not included in this? Oh god, okay. I don't think we got it. Damn! Well, I hear the Nintendo 3DS is a very easy console to mod. And I don't necessarily need to play in English.
Thank you for the thorough report, Counsel. The setting of the crime is clear to me.
There's some short stories and videos in the gallery. Oh, that's a good point. I might make it a point to check that out after I finish the game, like as a separate stream.
You will submit the plan.
Or maybe at the end of the final stream. It depends how long the final stream goes for.
You will submit the plan of the crime scene as evidence, please.
Also, the final stream will likely take place during the morning Australia time, so kind of earlier on in the day. Just because in the case that I need to go overtime, I don't want to go past midnight. You know, I need to keep a good sleep schedule at the moment. And hopefully that means Tyler can join for the stream as well.
Is this Frenzo Street room Inspector Gregson's private abode?
No, my lord. The room is rented to a Mr. Hugh Boone. But there's precious little furniture inside, and is generally in a poor state of repair.
There's one video I really like, but it uses spoiler music from 2, so you should not touch it. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna touch any of the DLCs stuff until I finish the game. Oh, Tyler, you obsessy with DGS. So what on earth was Gregson even doing there?
Presumably he was investigating some case or other.
When a policeman was informed of the gunshot from the witness and rushed to the scene, he found only the deceased inspector and the accused standing alongside, holding the revolver. The attending officer arrested the accused on the spot. So, the details of the case are clear.
In that case, the prosecution would like to call its first witness.
A name, please, counsel.
Naturally, the accused himself.
Lord Von Zix? I thought I'd get a break from voicing him.
As a prosecutor, he believes in the oath of office he's taken and will be compelled to tell the truth.
Very well. Let the defendant take the witness stand.
Hello.
So, witness, state your name and occupation for the court. Barock Von Zix, Old Bailey prosecutor.
You know, Torna didn't leave that much of an impression on me, but I think part of that was because I was spoiled for the ending. But I like Torna. But yes.
I presume, Lord Von Zix, that you heard Prosecutor Sorgi's opening process.
I did.
Nostalgia carries a lot of Xenoblade 1 for me, but I think for me, we shouldn't be talking about Xenoblade too much, honestly, but like, I think for me, when I think about the Xenoblade games, Xenoblade 1, I just think is good, and that opinion doesn't change. Xenoblade 2, the more I think back on that game, the more I love it. I think that's the mark of a very special game. Xenoblade 3, I loved it my first time through, but the more I think back on it, the more I find holes in the story, and the more I'm just like, God damn it. I need to play Xenosaga Freaks. No! If I get a Japanese PlayStation 2, I will be streaming Xenosaga Freaks. You have my word.
It is alleged you were found at the scene of the crime, and that you were arrested by the arriving police officer. Can you confirm this?
Yes, my lord. Then I'm sure the court would like to hear you explain some things away. Namely, why you were there in the room on Fresno Street at the time in question. And what exactly took place. I intend to explain nothing. I will simply tell the truth.
I must say, Lord Von Zix, I never imagined this day would come. Or rather, I didn't want to imagine it would come. But since you became known as the Reaper, a part of me has been dreading it.
Buy me a Japanese PlayStation 2 and it will happen.
Your formal testimony, witness.
I have a few Japanese PlayStation games I want to play. I've got Persona 1, Xenosaga Freaks. I think that's it. No, I have a Japanese copy of Xenosaga 3, so I'd probably replay that in Japanese. Though I do quite decidedly prefer the English dub for that game. I kind of watched some of the Japanese dub for Xenosaga 3, and it's okay. It's okay. The English is much better, honestly. You actually see the blood in Xenosaga 3. Ah, yes. I guess that's true.
I was investigating Gregson, and my inquiries had led me to that address. When I first entered the room that day, it was dark inside, and I saw no one.
At probably. No.
A moment later, I heard the gunshot. I spun around and saw the revolver on the floor. Just as I picked the firearm up to examine it, the door flew open, and I heard a man scream. It was only then that the body of Inspector Gregson appeared before me. That testimony, was the whole truth? It was. So, you heard a shot being fired in a room with no living occupants, and moments later, a corpse somehow appeared before your eyes, is that it?
You're right. You haven't explained away anything. In fact, that would barely qualify as an excuse.
I thought you were my mute apprentice. Yet it turns out you have a way with words. Prosecutor Asorgi.
It would appear to be a singular tale indeed.
Singular isn't the word.
It's laughable.
What's got into Kazuma? He's not behaving like himself at all.
Very well then. Counsel, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord. I'm off for a few hours to talk later. Yeah, see, it's me. Sorry for the timeout. See you later. Thanks for popping by.
Hold it!
You were investigating the inspector. What on earth for? Hold it!
I'm not at liberty to say.
Sorry.
I'd identified a distinct possibility that Gregson was involved in a case I was investigating. Regrettably, though, he was killed before I could secure the proof I needed.
Is the court to understand then that on the day in question you followed the victim to the scene?
No, I was privy to his movements in advance.
Remember reading one of the special cases where Sholmes was defending Iris after she was accused of stealing Van Ziek's cup? How?
I stole into his office in the yard and consulted his diary. The address on Fresno Street was noted in the 5 p.m. entry.
You illegally entered the man's office. In Japan, that alone would constitute a very serious offense. As it does in Great Britain, I assure you. Is that not the case, Lord Van Zieks?
I was aware of the possible consequences.
So in summary, you're investigating the victim, and yet you refuse to tell the court why. I didn't realize British prosecutors enjoyed such freedom to choose what to divulge under oath.
Why did I ever think I could defend this man?
When I first entered the room that day, it was dark inside, and I saw no one. Why am I reading this?
Hold it! Just the fucking animation of him crossing his arms made me compelled to actually read that dialogue again. Even though he's so oh god, even though I've read it before, he's so fucking imposing. Had you ever been to the address before?
No, never. I only learned of the place as a result of my investigations into Gregson's activities.
Hey, Lily! What? Thanks for the raid. How you doing? Welcome. We have spoilers for The Great Ace Attorney 2. Just for the record, in case anyone cares. But welcome. You were streaming. How you doing, Lily? It's been a while. At least a while on stream. We've talked otherwise, but yeah, how you doing? Were you playing Splatoon?
There was no light inside when I entered, so it was all but impossible to make out anything.
Of course you're playing Splatoon. How'd you go? Any crashes? Any internet drops? Because those are the clips I remember the most. But at 5 p.m. the sun would have only just gone down. It would have still been reasonably light outside. Yeah, it's going fine. I had to end stream early last night because I was feeling really fucking tired. But today I'm doing fairly well. I can keep going for a bit. But I'm probably gonna stop soon and head to sleep. You had one disconnect. Trust shoddy Nintendo Online. Right?
The room has a window, but it was boarded shut. Very little light found its way into the room from outside, so it was extremely murky inside. I wouldn't have noticed if the victim was already lying on the floor.
One or more players disconnected shortly after the battle began. Disconnected players will be assigned a loss, but the battle will not count for players who remain connected. Splatoon 3 is a fucking funny game. Splatoon 3 is a fucking funny game.
There was no artificial light in the room, you say? You're quite sure?
I'm quite sure that part of the room where the body was found was very dark. I have a feeling there was a small lamp, oil, burning on the desk, though I couldn't say for certain.
Look, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yeah.
There is a small desk in the room just here.
Yes, I remember. There was an oil lamp on it, as well as the framed photograph. You know, on Switches for sale for like $6 after the demo Switch online. I could buy it, but I wouldn't. I won't. I need to buy a few things off the Wii U eShop, I think.
When I entered the room,
Before it dies. I need to remember to do that.
I closed the door behind me and started towards the desk to investigate.
And what did you find?
Nothing. I never actually reached the desk.
A moment later, I heard the gunshot. I spun around and saw the revolver on the floor. Oh, didn't mean to press A. Let's finish pressing these. I don't think he's going to lie, so I don't know if there's any inconsistency I need to find. Pokepark Wii I have physically, so I don't need to buy it digitally. But let's fucking go. It's so good. So, who fired the gun?
I have no idea. I didn't see anybody else in the room.
But you say it was very dark in there. I only played 2, which is apparently worse. I like 2 more than the first one. The first one has more charm, I think, and it's more succinct, but 2 has more content. And black and white Pokemon. I really like 2. I really like 2 more, to be honest. But it's been a while. That's basically nostalgia speaking. Strictly speaking, only nostalgia.
Yes, that's right.
2 has more bullshit, though. But 2 has more content, you know?
All I can tell you is I didn't sense another presence.
Ah, then could it be that the gunshot you actually originated from somewhere outside the room?
No, that's out of the question.
Oh,
Without doubt, the sound emanated from inside the room. I could smell the gunpowder.
this is going from bad to worse.
And you say the point. That's the point at which you notice the revolver on the floor.
Correct, and I foolishly picked it up. That was carelessness on my part.
Presumably then the gunshot you heard came from the firearm that you somewhat hastily took in your hand.
In point of fact, my lord, I believe it did not.
What?
The barrel of the revolver I picked up was cold, and there was no smell or smelt powder.
But then, where on earth is the gun that was fired?
Whilst I would like to oblige you with an answer, I'm afraid I can't. I, too, would dearly like to know that.
Wow, this is just like Ace Attorney 1.
Just as I picked the firearm up to examine it, the door flew open and I heard a man scream. It was only then that the body of Inspector Gregson appeared before me.
Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. So, that's Lord Von Zieg's account.
You have any thoughts, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yes, mainly that it really doesn't ring true in all sorts of ways. Who fired the gun if there was nobody else there? And how did the corpse appear just in front of him?
So, you think Lord Van Zix is lying?
No, I don't think that. I mean, if he was going to lie, I would expect him to have come up with a more credible story, wouldn't you?
Yes, I completely agree.
I think he
I think he genuinely doesn't know what really happened. himself. So must all recount to fill the gaps.
Yes, first and foremost, we need more information. So I need to press the last statement. Because it's Hold it! What do you mean by that? In what way did the body appear?
I honestly can't explain it, but it's the truth. As far as I was concerned, the body hadn't been there until that point, and then suddenly, there it was.
Did you perhaps hear the sound of the victim falling to the ground just beforehand?
At that moment, what I heard was the sound. Excuse me.
Is that objection meme? Yeah, everyone knows that, but nobody knows what Ace Attorney actually is.
Was the sound of that door flying open and the scream of the man who came inside first. Nothing more.
I see.
After the man fled, I examined the body. I was stunned to find that it was Gregson.
Most curious circumstances indeed.
How the inspector was killed, or how his body seemed to appear out of nowhere, I have no idea.
Okay. Did I press the fourth statement? I feel like I didn't, but I could have also done it as well. So let's just quickly just check. Hold it! I didn't, no. A man, you say? One of the witnesses, I presume.
That's right. One of the street merchants working on Fresno Street. Who are these merchants? A number of them had set up their stores directly beneath the boarded window of the crime scene. A match seller, a newsmonger, and a peddler. They've all been given statements saying they heard the gunshot, and without thought of danger, they ran inside to see what had happened.
Yes, Gina told us about that yesterday, didn't she?
They burst through the door with some force, it would seem.
They did. It almost gave me a heart attack in the process.
But you're supposed to be in the Reaper.
The first man to come in immediately noticed the revolver, in my hand and fled.
A policeman patrolling from Fresno Street heard the gunshot, heard the commotion, and was able to arrest the accused shortly after the incident occurred.
Anyway, the man's scream drew my attention in that
Objection!
Surely the court has heard enough.
My lord,
The cross-examination has clearly revealed that the accused, Barak von Zieks, is lying
on multiple fronts.
Holy shit. Holy shit. What fucking fantastic motif usage. What an arrangement. Oh my god. What the fuck? I did not expect to hear this music arranged in this way. What? What is that supposed to mean?
Good gracious, counsel! The defendant is lying, you say?
In his
testimony now, he claims that he failed to notice the victim's body because the room was dark.
That's correct.
No, that's impossible. As proven by this candelabrum.
How does that prove anything?
If you examine the tip of the long candle, you can see it has been blown off by a powerful impact. One would assume the projectile from the firearm passed through the victim and struck the candle. The problem comes when you consider the other two candles, which are clearly of a different length. Yes, I can see that only the candle appears. Only the candle that appears.
That only the candle that appears to have been struck by the bullet is long.
Oh, that only the candle that appears.
That's a weird sentence. I feel like it should be that the only candle that appears to have been struck by the bullets is long.
We could reasonably expect someone to have lit all three candles together, which begs the question of why only one has ended up longer than the others.
That must be because that particular candle was extinguished when the others were still burning. Ah!
That's right, when the candle was hit by the bullet, it obviously went out. But the other two candles would still have been burning. So the fact is, the victim's body would have been illuminated by the light still thrown by the candelabrum.
I'm so sick of being illuminated by light.
And the accused claim that he couldn't see the body clearly contradicts the facts. And now, to the next lie.
Is more?
The accused also claims never to have visited the scene of the crime before.
That's the truth.
In that almost empty room, the police discovered something very unusual. A board covered from top to bottom in police documents and newspaper cuttings.
Yes, that's right. We saw it too.
It goes without saying that the contents of the police documents cannot be divulged. However, they included a number of reports from various historical cases, the oldest of which was from 10 years ago.
10 years ago. This is starting to sound familiar.
There's a common thread linking all of the documents on that board. Indeed, where is this common thread, counsel? They all relate to the cases prosecuted in court by Baruch von Zix.
All of them.
And furthermore, all those cases are ones in which the defendant was acquitted. Good lord! Interestingly, none of those defendants are alive today, because all of them have been sent to their graves by the Reaper.
Ah.
Oh no.
In short, that dingy little room is the Reaper's secret hideout, his base of operations.
The Reaper's hideout.
And yet the Reaper would claim never to have been to his own secret hideout. No one would believe that. No, the truth is, we've been looking at this backwards.
Backwards?
Explain, counsel. Inspector Gregson was investigating the identity of the Reaper when he discovered the location of the man's secret hideout. He was killed, as I'm sure everyone can imagine, by the Reaper's hand.
What? What? Oh my god, I dropped my controller when he said that.
Ora, ora! Very well, I hereby state the current opinion of the court. Baruch von Zix is an outstanding prosecutor who has rendered great service to this country. However, it is with deep regret that I must concur with Prosecutor Asorgi's contention that the defendant's testimony exhibits a number of stark inconsistencies with the known facts.
All I have done is state the truth as I know it.
Cosmo's done a brilliant job as ever. He's drawing on his experience as a defense attorney to build his prosecution case. And it's formidable.
Counsel, you will submit to the board. The board you just showed that court as evidence. I believe it to be fundamental in establishing the facts surrounding the Reaper's existence.
Thank you, my lord.
Alright. I'm actually feeling really fucking hungry. I don't think I ate enough for dinner. I might actually stop off stream and go eat something and then head to sleep. I do want to investigate the board first, though. Hello.
Oh, what's this? Mr. Naruhodo!
Oh yes, it's a smudge of some kind. In fact, it just looks just like a handprint.
And the color, that's blood, isn't it? Oh dear, how disturbing.
There we go. I guess we'll investigate front for safe measure.
There are details of a whole raft of cases dating back on years on here, aren't there?
This paper from 10 years ago is browning with age, look.
Out of interest, the recent thing appears to be this newspaper cutting here.
Oh, it's the same Red-Headed League advertisement that Mr. Sholmes had picked out.
Do you remember there was a redhead hair piece of that scene too?
Was Inspector Gregson an exponent of the Red-Headed League then?
Witnesses who saw every event unfold in the day in question.
They were mentioned in the previous testimony too, if you remember.
Yes, the street sellers who heard the gunshot and went running into the room.
Very well, lead the witnesses in. The defendant may step down from the witness stand.
Certainly, my lord.
Alright. I'm gonna take a break here. Who are the oh my fucking god. Yep, this is who I saw. I saw Beppo. That's the character you tweeted, Curb, and I saw. I'm gonna stop off here for tonight. I'm feeling really hungry. I'm not tired. I'm just hungry. I had dinner. It was a modest dinner, so I don't think it was like massive, but yeah. I think this is probably a good point to stop if I'm gonna stop at all. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. I am so fucking pumped about this case. What the fuck? Holy shit. Oh my god. Alright, thanks for watching, everyone. I'll be here tomorrow night as well. Hopefully I'll finish the case by the end of the weekend, but I get the feeling there's going to be another investigation segment. But yes, I will try have fish and chips tomorrow as well. Good night, everyone. See you later. Thanks for joining.